Black people would die without white people. And quite frankly, they're our only allies that we have in this world. Africans sure as hell don't like us. And quite frankly, they're the ones that sold us into slavery. And if you really think about it, we don't produce anything, we don't own anything, and we damn sure do not know how to live off the land. And with all the dysfunction that is coming out of our communities, I don't think people will want to help us. We as a community need to change our worldview, and we have to be accountable for the things that is happening within our community and actually come together and do something about it. This toxic relationship that we have with white people and this built up anger that we have against them, it needs to come to an end. I'm telling you guys, the people at the top is loving this. As we stay distracted, they destroy our country. True Americans do not care about race. And if you are a person that cares about race, then you are a part of the problem. We live in the greatest country in the world, and it's people out there that would die to be in our positions, and it's people out there that do die to try to get here. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, united we stand, and divided we fall.
Check this comment out. That black man is nothing without the white man. And the person who put out this comment had earlier said that Africa wouldn't even know its minerals existed if it weren't for Europe. Honestly, that's not just wrong, it's insulting. And it's the same old colonial mindset that was meant to make Africans doubt themselves. And that is why I share these stories, because if we don't change the narrative, Africa won't move forward. The truth is, Africa was something long before colonization. We had civilizations. Mali with its wealth, we've heard about this over and over. Scholarships in Timbuktu, Ethiopia's ancient kingdoms, the empires of Congo and Zimbabwe. Africans were trading, building, innovating, and shaping global history. We smelted iron in Nok and Kush, gold-powered Mali and Ghana, salt, copper, ivory, all traded across Africa and beyond. Even the Mauritanian ore that sparked this comment I'm referencing to. Africans were mining and working with metals centuries before Europeans showed up. Colonialism didn't discover Africa, it extracted from it. It didn't create African identity, it disrupted it. In fact, what people call Western civilization was built using Africa's resources, labor and knowledge. Enslaved Africans built parts of Europe and the Americas. African minerals powered industries, and today African culture, from our music and fashion to food and philosophy, still shapes the world. So when someone says the black man would be nothing without the white man, I flip it around. What would the modern world be without Africa? For me, the bottom line is this: we are not defined by colonization or by Europe. We are defined by our history, our resilience, and our future. Africa was something before colonization. It is something now, and it will even be greater as we keep on telling our own stories.
You all, I just saw something crazy online. Someone said black people would die without white people. What? Hold up. Hold up and pause. Let's get this straight. That statement is completely false. Not only is it wrong, it erases centuries of black history and contributions to the world. Yeah. So today we are breaking it all down. I'm gonna show you why this claim is a myth, why it's harmful, and the truth about black excellence, past, present, and the future. Let's dive in.
I think white people think that other people want to be them. I think they think other people want to be white. They actually think that people are looking at them, ordering Charlie Kirk's at Starbucks in a show of solidarity, and thinking, God, I wish that was fucking me. They think people want to be like them. Bro, nobody wants to be like white people.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. This video is so funny because it is true. Like, white people think that they are the norm, the status quo, and that they are the blueprint for things, and everything outside of the scope of being white is not normal. I can speak boldly for the majority of black people on earth, that I will say 99.999% of black people. In every lifetime, if I ever got reincarnated, I would choose to be black. with everything that we experience in the world, with everything, all the history we have, all the racism, microaggressions, macroaggressions existing in this world, having to prove yourself, being better than everybody just to get an equal level playing field, I would always choose to be black. I couldn't imagine not having 20 cousins, having fake cousins, being communal, going to church, having growing up in my grandmother's house, having dinner at my grandma's house, having a drunk uncle that has hoop dreams at 50 who used to be a rapper. I couldn't imagine not having all the things that bring me together as a black person with other black people. Seasoned food, rhythm, music, clothes, swag, style. Impact. I just could not imagine not being this person. So if you're watching this and you're white and you really think that you are the blueprint because the world has told you so, that's a lie, bro. It's a lie. I would never want to be white. Even, don't get me wrong. There are some people out there that have issues internally, self-hatred, and that's due to our history in this land and the world. But the majority of us would always choose to be melanated in the next lifetime. Have a wonderful day.
As a Mississippi native born and raised, deep Delta South, Mississippi native born and raised, there hasn't ever been a time where I have legitimately ever trusted a white person. And since I've moved outside of Mississippi, I can tell you this. Being here in Texas is odd when you're having conversations with like black people and the conversation derives about racism or white people. It bothers my soul how much my people try to fit in or be in the circle of these people. And then when I'm trying to basically tell them how things are done or how I was raised upon understanding white people, being from Mississippi and being from Greenville to be exact, I'm always being looked at with hella question marks or being told, well, that's kind of racist when you say this and the third amongst white people. And again, personally speaking, I never gave a fuck about being called racist when it came down to those people, because the shit that those people did to my people and me being from the worst known record of slavery and racism out of all the states, you think I give a fuck about being called racist towards white people? You got another goddamn thing coming. I was raised in a household where my grandma was very big. Grandma, mama, everybody else in that motherfucker, but mainly the matriarchal system was extremely big and heavy on don't ever in your life bring home a blue-eyed white devil. Don't ever do no shit like that. My grams was real big on you can love whoever the fuck you want to love, but whatever you don't ever goddamn do is welcome home a blue-eyed white motherfucking devil. There's never been a time where I ain't ever known for the devil himself to not be a white man. Okay, and with all this racism going so heavily, and the older I get, the more I start seeing a lot of my people continuously become the laughing stock or the motherfucker that sacrificed everything just to lay down beside a white person. What the fuck else can you do? Because it then starts making me wonder, how did y'all people raise y'all? Because my people ingrained that shit into my soul. You hear me? I watched nothing but back to back racism, slavery, to see what the fuck was done unto us. My Mississippi back, you feel me? I had to sit down and watch that shit, and I have that shit still ingrained into my system as of today. And not once have I really laid down with no motherfucker that didn't look like me. You hear me? The lightest I ever went was a light-skinned motherfucker, and that still was within my motherfucking community. But it's never been a time where I genuinely sat down and felt the need to trust someone of a different race. And now that I have gotten that out my system, basically what I'm trying to go about this, you as a black person should not ever feel like you are a bad person because you don't hang around white people. You should not feel like a bad black person just because you may look at the history of white history and see what white history has done unto black people and feel like you don't ever want to be around those people. I just want people to understand this type of thing. When this whole allyship shit that these people got going on today, don't let these people fool you. Don't let these people fool you. Because at the end of the goddamn day, that person right there might be an ally to you, but they whole goddamn family history and generations in their family still look at your ass as a monkey. They still look at your ass as the hard Nigger word at the end of the fucking day. They still look to create some form of hate crime unto you just because of how easy it is to get rid of your ass, okay? I just need my black people to always remind themselves that your ass is black at the end of the motherfucking day. No matter who the fuck you got in your circle, white, black, blue, purple, olive green, it don't motherfucking matter. It don't goddamn matter. These people get on these internets every single motherfucking day and show to our black ass that we don't have nobody in our circle but our motherfucking black ass. And that's what I be needing my black people to goddamn stand. There's nobody that is willing to pick us up off that motherfucking floor. They might swoop us up, but understand after we finish being a convenience to them, they gonna throw our ass right back on that motherfucking muddy ground each and every goddamn time, okay? Simply just stop trying to assimilate to the white man. Do your own goddamn thing. Live your life how you feel like it is needed to be lived. But one thing I don't ever want my black people to ever feel like you need is the white peoples. You don't need them. You don't. You don't need to lay down beside them. You don't need to get them your black ass money. You don't need to get them your black ass attention. You definitely don't need to get them your black ass entertainment. Stay black, stay beautiful, and just die. But you ain't got to do it with a white motherfucker beside you.
African civilizations existed long before Europeans. First of all, let's go way back. Long before white people ever set foot in Africa, black civilizations were thriving. Yeah, we all know this. Ancient Egypt, Nubia, Mali Empire, Songhai Empire, these were powerful societies with advanced systems of government, trade, agriculture, and medicine back in history. They built massive cities, universities, and libraries. The University of Timbuktu had thousands of schools and millions of manuscripts, all before European colonization. So the idea that black people need white people to survive, history itself proves that false. Yeah, that's false. Next, let's talk about today. Black people have made massive contributions to science, medicine, music, art, sports, and more. George Washington Carver revolutionized agriculture. Katherine Johnson helped NASA land humans on the moon. That's history. African American culture has shaped music, fashion, and entertainment worldwide, from jazz and hip hop to film and sports. We all know this, right? Black people are not just surviving, they have been creating, innovating, and thriving in every field. I mean, every field. Now, why does this myth even exist? Tell me in the comment. Statements like this erase history and make it seem like black people are dependent or inferior. Yeah, they ignore centuries of resilience, surviving slavery, colonialism, systemic racism, and still thriving today. It's also a tool to justify white supremacy by making people feel needed or that black people cannot survive on their own. Do you want to know the truth? Black people have survived against incredible odds and continue to thrive without anyone having to save them. Yes. Let's be real. Humans can benefit from each other, but that's different from dependence. Yeah, these are two different things. Collaboration between races has created amazing progress, but no race is inherently required for another to exist. Yeah, this is clear. Black people are innovators, leaders, and creators. History shows that. Yeah, history shows that the more we celebrate mutual respect and shared humanity, the less power myths like this will have. So here is the bottom line. Black people don't need white people to survive, just like no one race needs another to exist. History, achievement, and resilience all prove it. Yeah. So next time someone says something like this, remember it's a myth, it's harmful, and it erases centuries of truth. Let's celebrate Black excellence, remember their history, and correct their misinformation when we see it. Okay? So drop your thoughts below. What are some contributions Black people have made that you are proud of? Tell me in the comment. Let's talk about it. Yeah, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because the truth always matters. Yeah, the truth always matters. So see you in the next one. Bye.